Welcome to the Kent Lapp Podcast.
Creativity. In fact, Hans Asperger once said that in order to have successful science or art, there has to be a touch of autism. And so I started feeling like maybe I was on the spectrum somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There are things I suck at and that I'm just disabled in, if you want to use that word.
Yep.
There's not much difference in me and someone that's diagnosed with a disability, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, and yet the access that I have because I haven't been diagnosed, or the access that I have because I've been given opportunity, is different. And so I wanted these guys to be able to go and be the best they could be. Are we going to train any first chair editors at Cutters in Chicago? Probably not. It's a $350 an hour position. You're on the front line of cutting major national movies and commercials, and the pressure is ridiculous. And someone with autism might not be able to handle that. But man, if I can get him in that B-roll room, or if I can get him in that second chair where he's pre-cutting film or something, that's wonderful. We've got him in an industry that's not just a Kroger or a Publix or a Zaxby's. Great jobs, need a paycheck, got to live independently. But if we can give him a window to where he believes he can go and do that, that's all any of us want. I thought I could grow up and be James Taylor one day.
Yeah.
And that route took me to a lot of different places. But it was a route.
Yes.
And if the answer is you get to go pack a box and then you go home and sit and watch CNN, that's not a life.
Yeah.
And we want to try to change that.
That's very cool. That's really, really cool.
The question that I always had in my mind was how much, like, this is a bit of a chicken or the egg thing. If a publisher dedicated themselves to publishing only books they thought worth publishing, could they push them into selling? I don't think they could. I think that might have been true 20 years ago, but publishers don't really drive sales anymore. They can influence it, but it's authors drive sales at this point.
Really?
For the most part, yeah. Which is why I was just having this conversation with the two guys I co-host a podcast with who are both authors, and we were talking about why is it that the authors who don't need marketing dollars get all the marketing dollars from publishers? Because, so my guess, I don't know who publishes, say, John Grisham's books. I don't know, it's Penguin Random House or something. He probably gets a 6-figure marketing budget attached to his new books. He does not need it.
Right.
His books will sell by existing because Grisham is a marketing term. I would love to have a 6-figure marketing budget for my books. I don't know that it would return on the investment, but I would love to have it.
Sure,
I could
of course.
use it.
Yeah. So if publishers don't push sales now, who does? I mean, you have 4 books here, which we're going to get to, certainly your newest one. So you know a little bit about this. What does sell books then?
Authors develop followings. And that's really what publishers look for as much as anything now. Most publishers are not first and foremost making decisions based on the quality of the writing. And if you read a lot of Christian books, you'll probably nod your head and say, yes, that is sadly true. Most publishers make decisions based on the following that the author brings to the table.
The wheat crop in this country is pretty much not fit for human consumption.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's not a gluten sensitivity. It's either the genetic distortion of the wheat or the pesticides on the wheat. I don't know what it is, but I know that people go overseas and they can eat wheat. They're fine.
Cooper elected to just do a blanket policy. He didn't take the time, and it wouldn't have required an exorbitant amount of time. I know the guy's busy, but all he had to do was be able to differentiate between a mega gym and a boutique gym. Very simple. Take the time to iron out and understand which business. He just said, no, let's just shut everything down.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be closed. And it's like, man, what you're doing there by not taking the time to differentiate between the two has a dramatic impact on your citizens.
Yeah.
And at a time where I feel like we need to be at our healthiest.
KKK members may not be wearing white hoods and robes, burning crosses in your yards, but they're damn for sure wearing judges' robes. They're damn for sure wearing police uniforms. They're definitely in the state general assembly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're definitely the ones who are making decisions about our bodies. They're definitely in big farm. So it's like, I think we have to assimilate people to what modern day racism looks like because it's subconscious. Sometimes you don't even realize it.